These are tales of danger and the pursuit of endless riches. Adventurers and heroes from all parts of the world charging into the unknown, setting steel and magic against the most impossible foes, with each time wondering if this would be the last. Storms gather on the horizon, and evil rises from the waters of despair. These are tales of endless adventure. These are the Awakened Fables.
Welcome back, listeners, to Mysts of Typertheria. Last session, the crew had taken up a particular interest in this mysterious-looking spine, a wyvern spine they had discovered in the secret mine that they had found in the forest of Ariwell. There, they had met some very interesting individuals, alchemists, by the name of Leo and Tio, as well as their master alchemist, Razet, who would help them with this interesting chimera, who was not of the usual kind of a dragon's head, a lion's parts, and a goat's head. This one was discovered to have spider parts and wyvern head and spines. As for the third head, it is still unknown. They have been tasked, Divine Speaker, Mithra, and Halnir have been tasked to capture said creature with a bit of magic on their side. However, arriving at the mines, they had encountered some unusual cyclopses that were digging for some odd, shiny thing for their big boss man. Going through the tunnels, they had discovered spiders that they had thwarted and defeated, but before that, they had also caused a poisonous gas when flame was applied to some strange webbing. And while their fight with the spiders had completed, Mithra had encountered a wizard within the mines. He did not aid her, and simply did not want anything to do with her. However, she took it upon herself to make sure he was not too suspicious and hunted him down. She has acquired a wizard by knockdown. And here is where we have left off.
So, Hjalnir, have you seen where Mithra went?
I saw the last dash off ahead. Twas all.
Ahead? Through the gas? Is the gas still expanding, by the way?
The gas is no longer expanding, no. It's
Okay.
slowly dwindling.
Okay.
Because there is no longer any more fuel to be burnt.
Is this yellow circle light?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
light of Halnir, I believe.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Nay, she ran off to the left there.
Well, we better catch up, just in case she's run into any more of those spiders.
Hey,
Alright.
I think I have the wrong map.
The wrong map? What do you mean?
There's only one map.
There's only one map.
Can you see this? Ping? Ping?
it's a very
Just
wide.
try and
It's a
move
wide.
the map around on the screen.
No.
No?
No. No one.
No ping?
There, and this is the beginning of the map. This is the beginning of the mine. I can't see anyone and can't see anything.
Scroll down.
Yeah, scroll right down to
Oh,
the
scroll
out,
right.
Zoom out.
Yes, zoom out and scroll to the right. The zoom controls are on the top right.
Yeah. Zoom down.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep pinging.
Yep.
You can see the pings now?
Got it. Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Things were just taking a while to load, sorry.
No, that's okay. The big map.
Okay. There we are. Yes, with my unconscious wizard.
Yes, you have
Mithra.
an unconscious tiefling wizard.
There you are. Is everything well? We missed you in the fight with the spiders.
Yeah, just wanted to catch up on the tiefling guy that was looking for fish.
Oh.
tiefling.
I'll just lead down and just make sure that dude's alive.
I think he's alive, it's fine.
Okay, looking down.
I'm not sure what to do though.
Roll a perception check. Sorry, a medicine check. To see if he is breathing.
Medicine.
A 5.
I check by like kicking the body a little bit.
Gives a bit of a moan.
Okay. At least he is not dead.
I think I wasn't gonna kill him. I just wanted him to stop running.
Why did it run less? What was
I
he
don't
running?
know. He was scared. Wimp.
We heard some
He got
noises to the
crazy and I
north.
got up.
Yeah, do we hear... Are we still hearing noises?
You are still hearing noises, but they're no longer stomping sounds, they're more like scraping sounds. Like stone scraping.
Okay.
Which way's north, guys?
Up, I think.
Up, yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. So what's the plan? Are we staying down here or are we heading up?
Well, we were looking for the chimera. That is our prey.
But do you think it's wise to be here without, Myrtle and maybe some backup?
Well, all we've encountered have been some spiders so far. And we did say to Thor and his brother that we'd help them find some shinies.
True. Just wondering what this dude was so worried about then. And I kick the tiefling.
Perhaps we can revive him and ask him. And
do you? I hold on. I think I have rope. Can I tie his hands behind his back?
All right.
do you believe him to be dangerous?
No. I just think he's going to try to run, and I don't know if you've tried it before, but you don't run as fast when your hands are tied behind your back.
Would that not be better if you tied his legs?
Probably. I'll tie his legs.
Okay, you tie his legs and his arms?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, so I'll try and revive him. I'll just dump like 1 hit point into him using Lay on Hands.
Yep. He rouses. Oh.
You seem to have taken a nasty tumble.
A tumble? I was attacked by that one. I can't move. Hey, why am I tied up?
You ran away, and you wouldn't even tell me your name. Very rude, I think.
Well then, miss, I have no business with you, and I do not wish to have business with you. Now, release me.
If you don't want business with me, that's fine. I'll leave you to these guys. They're not as merciful as me.
What were you
I'm
doing
just
down
going to
here,
take
friend?
it.
It is my business to know.
Do you know what is down here? We intend to capture a beast that has been roaming down here. Any information you could give us would be very helpful.
And what exactly do I get out of that?
How about you don't get killed?
I wouldn't go that far, Mither, but perhaps you'll get untied if you're amenable to answering some questions.
That seems fair. Well, I'm simply doing some surveys down here, or surveys, as well as locating certain individuals that came down here.
Aye, we found a few dead bodies. You know anything about them?
Not too much, but I do know who they are, or who they were.
Aye, and?
And what is it to you?
Call it an interest. Dead bodies, especially suspicious ones, require answers.
Perhaps it will help us understand how they died if we are to capture this creature.
Well, most of them have died from thumping and bone-breaking impacts around their chests. At least, I was trying to discover which guilds they were from, until your friend over here decided to interrupt me.
Aye, speaking of guilds, one of the bodies had their insignia cut out. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No, I don't. Roll
Do I
insight
believe
check.
him? Thank you.
A 9.
Sure.
Believe him.
Okay.
He has no idea.
We don't even know this guy's name.
What guild are you from, friend?
I am from the Purple Letter. Can you not see my emblem? And he tries to flash his shoulder emblem on his left side.
Oh, I see it now. We found some dog tags of another Purple Letter guild member called Martha. Would you know her?
I do not know all of our guild members, no, but I will have to report it to my master.
Oh,
Who's your master?
It is well known. But why do you ask? Could you not just speak to someone else?
this whole situation just seems a bit strange, is all. Dead bodies, insignias cut out, strange noises, and a rogue wizard running around in dangerous areas. Wizards aren't known to be, I guess, the hardiest of characters.
You are correct, but we are quite useful when it comes to reconnaissance.
Oh, aye.
Silent work.
Do we still hear noises of scraping occurring?
You hear a loud roar. Who knows Giant?
I do.
You hear someone calling out for help that they are stuck.
What's that racket?
Someone is stuck. Wait here. Doo-doo.
So you
Where's the
head
noise
down
coming from?
towards the noise.
Yeah, where's the noise coming from?
It is coming from this large creature. Down the same pathway you had prior.
Okay.
Don't move anywhere, friend wizard. Not that you could. We'll be back.
I've given you my information, now let me go!
Just sit tight, friend.
This is not what we agreed on! Come back!
Is my spiritual weapon still up, or would that have gone by now?
That only lasts for a minute, right?
Yeah.
That would have disappeared.
Cool. Delete it.
I'm going to stick my tongue out at the tiefling and then walk away.
Alright. So as you're approaching, I assume carefully, or are you just rushing towards
I mean, as we get closer, I assume the sound's getting louder,
Yes.
of like some sort of struggling or something.
That's right. Sloshing, like muddy, sloshing, swampy sound.
Okay, I'll just very cautiously approach, sort of like weapons ready, just in case.
Alright.
And I'll keep pace with the speaker.
Alright. So as you're heading over to the noise, we'll head over to Finn back in back in town. So Finn,
Yes.
back in, let me just get the map out. Back in Bryn, you notice that your friends, your allies, have simply stayed, have not contacted you on their next job. While staying at the inn, there is a very unusual character who seems to be asking around for adventure.
I feeling for you. Got one right here. The name's Flynn. What can I do for you?
Oh, Mr. Flynn, I've procured a very unusual ingredient, this strange webbing we found near the forest of Erywell. And I was hoping to find some interesting adventurers, an adventurer like myself as well, to aid me in procuring more.
I know the place.
I can, I'm not sure where the location is, in terms of where I can get more of this item, but I know of patches that exist in the forest. Do you have any idea of where I could get more of this? And he shows you this fine, thick webbing.
Recognize the webbing.
Roll a nature check.
Nature.
Yes.
This will not be good. 8.
8. Okay. Well, it's spiders. Webbing made from spiders. As for what type of spiders, you're not sure. You do remember that there was a mine supposedly filled with spiders. Your last venture out.
Did I? Yeah, and I saw that kind of webbing while we were in the mines.
That's right.
Okay.
Saw bits and pieces of this webbing while you were in the mines. Nothing this thick, nothing this big. So the size that he's showing you is a good foot sheet of webbing, and sort of folded around each other.
Well, I might know the place. Friends and I explore a mine forest a lot, but don't know where they're off to at the moment. But yeah, I could show you the place. You can have a look around there if you want.
Yes, we will bring a band of, well, adventurers, not partly in a guild at the moment. Even if you are part of a guild, we will accept your help. We have a few outside. I was hoping someone in this tavern could aid me without too much of a fee. How much was your information for?
How about we talk about price once we figure out if this mine is the right spot?
Ah, yes. And apologies, Mr. Flynn, I forgot to introduce myself. I am James Gray.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Gray.
Yes, I hail from Port, Shire, not around these parts. It's further north of this lovely region.
Well, I'm a bit of a traveler myself.
Well, if you are most ready, we can head out, and you can direct me to, as well as our band, to well, head over to the location so that we can procure more of this very valuable material.
As you wish. Let's go.
Alright, so do you spend any time in town preparing, or do you just head out?
I think I stocked up on like rations and stuff last time. So I think I'm pretty ready to just head out.
Okay. So, because you are heading out, and you're their navigator, they don't know where they're going, you can see that they have a wagon full of adventurers. You can even see a friend of yours, Myrtle, who has taken up on this offer.
Good to see you again, Myrtle.
She nods and pets the chicken.
Good to see you again too, Meg.
Alright. Since you're directing them, I would like you to roll a perception check, going the right way. As soon as, because it takes you 3 days of travel to the ridge, the forest edge. But at that point, perception checks and nature checks, please.
Okay.
Tell me what you're using.
My perception is 10.
Yeah.
And then you want a nature check as well?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. And then nature is 5.
Okay. So with a 10 perception check, you manage to find a winding road through the thicket of this forest. However, not knowing where you're going, or you have an idea of where these mines are. You spend 4 hours getting lost, going off into a different direction, thinking that that was the path, and heading north and exiting out the forest in the northern edge of it. Roll another nature check. Another nature
7.
check of 7. You head back south, and for whatever reason, you can't quite find the old path. It should be around here. You stop, and you ponder.
Has it rained since I was here? The path seems different.
You can see one of the other adventurers, a druid, just licks the air, like, pats the ground, and then sniffs the trees. No, I don't think it's rained. I think you're just lost. Are you sure your eyes aren't on straight? Want me to help you?
Yes.
Well then, can you perhaps tell me what was near this location that we are taking Mr. Gray and our companions to?
There was an old mine near a river.
A river, you say? All right. Allow me to aid you. He casts enhance ability onto you. So,
Okay.
you will have advantage to your intelligence checks until the spell has ended.
Great.
Go ahead, make your nature check.
Is there a command for this, or do you just want me to roll twice?
You can put a 2 in front of instead of a 1.
Okay, cool.
And just take a higher one, because both numbers
Sure.
will appear.
All right. Okay. So a 7. No, sorry, 5 again.
So another 5. Again, with the aid of this druid, you're seeking something a bit more specific instead of just a hollowed out mine that you don't remember the smells to, you just remember where it is approximately. You find the trail of the river, but you have not found the mines.
Can I get the chicken to fly up in the sky?
You're going to convince Magnus to help you.
I'd like to give it a try. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Roll animal handling check, please. This is not intelligence based, so we'll
Yeah, that's fine.
standard roll.
Eight.
The chicken pecks at
Yeah.
you. It refuses to help you.
Fair enough. Well, guess I have to do this on my own again.
Are you sure you know where you're going? We've been traveling for hours, and it's getting quite hot. Where are we exactly?
I swear it's around here somewhere. We just should find it.
Well, lead on. Whew. Thought this would be much quicker. Alright.
Okay.
Another nature check. You still have advantage on it. There we go.
Cool.
14.
So 14.
This time around, you get your bearings. Getting attacked by that chicken really improved your insight on
Yeah.
where this
It reminded me of last time.
That's correct. Where, as last time, you remember your friends tossing the chicken up into the tree to help you with lookout. Here you find, following the stream and heading slightly off north, you have found the entrance to the mine. This is 3 hours later.
My apologies, James. I thought I remembered the way, but I was a little bit off.
Well, it's quite dark already. Perhaps we should wait until morning until we proceed? Unless you adventurers wish to aid Mr. Flynn here down into the mines. Yeah, I could go. Of course, I would love to adventure out and do something instead of sitting on this bloody carriage. Oh, mind my language. It might hurt.
All right. Well, shall we begin?
Yes. Lead the way, Mr. Flynn.
Okay. I lead them down into the mine.
I am Trish, and this
Nice to meet
is
you,
my
Trish.
friend, Borgo.
Bordeaux.
Borgo.
Borgo. Nice to meet both of you. And
So Borgo is a large Goliath, similar to Divine Speaker.
Yep.
And Trish is a half elf.
half elf. Fair enough. So are your adventures then?
Yes, we are.
Mm. How's the business been going? I'm pretty new in town myself.
Business is going very well. We find much prey, and the eye are quite good when it comes to jobs, you see. And they show you that they're both from the Eye Guild.
Okay. Fair enough. And you're out here looking for the spider web too?
We are here to protect the man. However, we will go where it is needed.
See. Well, we already spent long enough traveling. Best get to some adventure then.
Alright, so you head down into the mine shaft,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see that there are plenty of webs all around. More so than last time.
Fair enough. It's a lot more web here than last time. Is there a path that seems to have been like a is there some sort of like path through the webs that's already been like broken up that I might follow or something?
From the main mine shaft?
Yeah,
Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay. You spot that the webbing, although was around the eastern wall, so on your right side as you're heading down into the mine shaft, you can tell that there is a thick layer of it on the ceiling, still on the eastern wall. So up above, when you look, you can see a thick, thick layer of this webbing.
Okay. Does this webbing look like the normal spider's web, or does it like resemble more the like the larger like webbing that Jane showed me?
It appears to be a smaller version of what James has showed you, but it's still quite as thick as the sample that he had.
Fair enough. Right. I don't think this is quite the right quality, guys. I think we better head deeper.
Show us the way, Mr. Flynn.
All right. I follow the rail in following the webs as they are trying to follow wherever they seem to be getting thicker.
Yep. So they're getting thicker in this particular shaft over here. There are many small tunnels on the ceiling, and they seem to be heading in a downward position through the wall itself.
Right. All right. I think I'll try and like. All right. There doesn't seem to be any like fresh footprints around or anything like that, besides ours.
Besides the three of yours.
Besides mine and Trish and Borgo's, yeah.
Roll a investigation check, please.
Oh. How long does it last? I assume it's still going. Or is it like 1 hour?
In terms of when you've arrived?
As in, so the druid cast enhance ability intelligence on me.
That's right.
Would that still be active now?
Let me just double check. Enhance ability. Sure that lasts for 10 minutes, right? Just an hour. Yeah, it's up to an hour, so it's still active.
Okay. So investigation. I got a
nice.
20.
20. With a dirty 20. You can tell that 5 individuals have been, like 5 different sets of footprints have been going around this particular part of the mine. So you spot them appear here. There's 3 coming from the larger shaft, and a single one heading down this pathway where you had found that other hidden shaft.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm pretty happy to just sort of like think that it's just us and the spiders then, and head down towards the like in the direction of the webs. So I'll head down to this bottom mine shaft there.
Yep.
Are
the
the
one,
tunnels you said? Sorry.
the main one. So this one, the small one.
Oh no, the one that's down the bottom, the small one. That's
Yeah.
where the webs were leading. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So the webs, the tunnels, and would be too high for me to see into. Is that right?
That's correct. So they go
Okay.
to the wall high up, and then you can tell that they're curving into the stone itself,
Okay.
deeper into the stone. And
Borgo's a Goliath. Would he be able to see in, or is it still even too tall for him?
he would be able to see.
Okay. Hey, Borgo,
Mm,
try and have a look in those tunnels up there.
what do
Just
I-
wouldn't want any spiders dropping in on us.
spiders. We pound spiders, but we can look.
Thank you.
He essentially wedges himself with a bit of a tiptoe. Yes, many tunnels, but no spider.
Anything else in there?
Many webs. Ooh, shiny thing. Me try reach for shiny thing. He essentially pokes his two smallest fingers into this very narrow hole, and he kind of just tries to wedge this shiny thing out. Ooh, something poking me. And then he pulls it out, and there is a strange metal piece that he pulled out. It looks like a very thin throwing knife.
Right. Is it just have any sort of like particular action or like style or anything that might let it be identified, or is it like a stock standard throwing knife?
It looks a little stock standard, but you can see the pommel, the base of the pommel has a particular engraved initials on it.
What are the initials?
The initials are DS. D for dog.
DS.
Yep, DS.
I wish I had from the last session. No worries. All right. Let's head downstairs.
Okay. You want? Me not use.
Yeah, let's take it with us. Try and keep it. See if someone knows about it.
Alright, so he follows you on this very small this very small elevator. It's quite tight with the three of you here, and you can see Trish very antsy to get into combat. You can see her brandishing her weapons, just itching for a fight.
Been a while for you?
Not at all. But sitting on that wagon for 3 days and 3 nights has made me antsy.
Fair enough.
Alright. So as you pull the lever and head downstairs, you emerge in this very small cave entrance.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
What can I see around me?
You don't see any evidence of webbing, so perhaps the
Okay.
perhaps the spiders go into a different direction. However, now let me just ask the other guys, Tash and Mithra and Divine Speaker. Did you guys leave that wizard there by himself?
Well, I left him with those two.
Okay, so Mithra, you're still by the wizard, right?
I walked down the corridor, but not out of sight.
Okay,
That
so
was
you're still
my
within
point.
view of the wizard. You kind of dumped him here on the tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he can't move. But what you hear, Flynn, is a particular person yelling out, "Release me now. I demand you to release me now. I've said what I needed to say. Now let me go. I can't. These ropes are... Who tied me? It was you, wasn't it, Elk?" So that's what you hear.
Okay. I want to try and fall down, sneaking out there, just trying to bit of a view.
All right, roll a stealth check.
That's an
An 8.
It didn't roll. Oh, okay. Mine didn't show the result, but that's oh, there we go. 8. Yeah.
You got an 8. Hey, someone's coming over here. Who is it? Someone help me!
I'm gonna run back over.
I want to duck back behind the nearest walkway.
Yeah, you can control your guy, I believe. Can you?
Yes.
You can move him wherever you wish. For the time being, Borgo and Trish will just be following behind you.
All right.
I'm gonna go up to. We still don't know his name, do we?
No, the rude wizard. No, you still don't know his name.
No name. That's okay. I'll run up to him, and I'm gonna shove my hand over his mouth and go, "Shut up, shut up! You want to get us all killed?"
Do I recognize the voice that says "Shut up, shut up"? Do you want to get us all killed?
Roll a history check. It has been
History.
a week.
My character's very forgetful.
You have advantage in this roll.
17.
But with a 17,
Okay.
you remember your elvish friend Mithra. Sounds like her.
All right. I duck out of the tunnel and I'm like, well, if it ain't a sight for sore eyes.
There you go.
Yeah, she's a friend of mine. We were exploring this mine a week of it back. What are you doing down
Glad
here?
it was you. Well, Halmir and and Divine Speaker have gone that away, and this little guy was trying to run away, and he won't give us any answers whatsoever. So I still haven't quite figured out what to do with him yet. That's kind of where we stand. We got attacked by something. Spiders.
Spiders?
Yeah.
Spider.
Ones?
Yeah, like giant spiders and stuff. They're killing people.
I've been looking for some big webbing for a guy I met in town. Where are you finding these spiders?
Yeah, down there in Divine Speaker way. So if you go down the tunnel to the right and then straight ahead.
And you, wizard, what are you doing down here?
It is my business to know. I don't know who you are. I'm not giving you anything.
He says that a lot.
I'm about to be the person who's going to leave you down here.
And then Trish goes up to him, grabs him by the throat, and starts to squeeze. Speak, creature, or I will draw blood. I can't breathe. Please.
Trish, let go.
And then she slams him to the ground, and he starts coughing. Didn't realize so many people were so violent. Alright, my name is Cathor, and I am from the Purple Letter. I was tasked to investigate these mines. That was all. And if I found anything interesting, I'll report back. Wasn't allowed to say anything else, or I would get demoted. Guess I'm getting demoted when I return.
No one needs to know that you said anything.
You forget, Missy, but I will be saying things to the authority. He's broken his oath. And she kicks him.
Who just said that?
What did you say?
What was that?
She said he's broken his oath, and then what?
And then continued to laugh.
Oh, okay.
And kick him.
I'll kick him, right. I think you said, and then she kills him, and I was like,
No.
okay. Well, I guess that's...
The man is tied up. She is having her fun.
I say, Trish, there'll be blood eventually, but we don't need to kill this guy. Plenty of spiders down here for that.
More than just spiders, too.
Let's go.
More than spiders?
Yeah.
What else is down here?
No.
You know that there are cyclopses down here. You met two of them.
Yeah, true. Anything else besides the cyclops?
Yeah.
I met the ones last week, yeah.
Yeah.
You met one
the week
last
before, I mean. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a few of the cyclopses, and we've figured out there's a chimera or something down here, apparently. Some big evil creature. That's what we're here for. We're here to kill it.
Capture.
They're going to kill it. I'm here for the ride. Well, like, they kind of said capture, but I don't think we have any chance of getting... I think it's kind of for us.
You're a bit patchy, David.
I was about to say I didn't get any of that.
Yeah.
Flynn took a long stroke of his moustache and said, let's get to it then.
There we go.
What are we doing with that dude?
Come on, just release me. You've tortured me enough.
No funny business?
No, I'm just leaving. So this one captured me, and he like tries to point with his lips at Mithra because he's
Insight
tied up.
check on there.
Look,
Insight on leaving.
I asked him to stop. I asked him to explain. He wouldn't do either, so I made him. There's something so wrong with that?
Yes, you're very violent.
You were the one who called me crazy.
Well, I have nothing to say.
Do I trust him that he's going to leave if we just...
Roll an insight check.
Insight is +3.
19.
Yeah.
Very nice. You believe him. He's been tortured enough. He's being roughed up by 2 elves. He seems very genuine, and he's very fearful.
Alright, I say to him, Cathor, I'll cut you free, but no funny business now. Back to the letter and get yourself patched up.
Alright. So you cut him free, and he just runs away to this. He runs north past all of you, and just goes up and out.
I hope you get eaten.
Alright.
Time to make our bread.
Yep. So as you approach the tunnels, we'll get back to the two that investigated the thumping, sloshing sounds. So as Divine Speaker and Halnir approaches, you can see a very stuck Cyclops, where his right leg is squeezed up and lodged into a mucky clay deposit, while the rest of his left leg is still stuck in a different clay deposit, trying to squeeze past this very wide open passage for a medium-sized creature, but to a large Cyclops like himself, it is a crawl space.
Is there... Is it of a similar appearance to Cathor and his brother? Just larger?
That's right.
Cool.
What was he saying in Giant, I guess?
In Giant, he's saying, "Stupid wall. I hate it. Cathor should have cut wall open. Now I'm stuck. Stupid. Can't move." And looks at you. "Oh, fresh meat. Only if hand can reach, I could eat you."
Well, you seem to be a little stuck.
"Oh, you speak language I know."
Indeed.
"Little one, get me out and I will not eat you. And I will eat furry man over there."
Is he looking at Helnia?
He's looking Halnir, yeah.
I would prefer if you did not eat me or my companions.
But me hungry. Me need eat.
There are many, there's a corpse next to me, right?
That's right.
There are many of these. Do you eat these?
I like lively ones. But yes, I eat these. Cannot reach.
I'll throw a corpse to him, I guess.
Throw a corpse to him. It
Yep.
lands just in front of his chin. He like rolls out his tongue to like reach at it because he can't move. His hand
Oh,
is.
Oh, his hands. I thought his hands weren't stuck. It's just his
No,
legs.
his hands are also wedged on the same wall that he's trying to crawl in. Think of think of a 5-player Twister game, except the edges of that Twister mat are walls.
Right. Okay.
So he's kind of like jumbled up, like little fingers trying to reach for that body. He can't move. He's stuck. His weapon is like between his legs. It's a large spike club. He can't move it either.
Okay. What are you called?
Me? I am Big Boss Man.
That is what others call you?
Yes. Qatar called me Big Boss Man. Name?
Okay.
Oh. Big Toe.
Okay, Big Toe. If I help get you free, will you promise not to eat any of my companions?
How many you have friends of?
2 others.
2 others. Okay. I eat everything else. Yes.
No. We'll see.
Okay. And his tongue kind of tries to reach out for the dead body, sloshes a bit of saliva onto the mud, but he manages to get the corpse into his mouth.
Okay. I will try and, I guess, pull the leg out.
All right. Roll a strength check.
Seeing Divine Speaker do this, I'll pipe up and go. So what's going on here, Divine Speaker? Are we helping this creature?
It seems to be stuck, and there is no glory in killing a defenseless creature. So, yes, I plan to help, and perhaps he will know information about our real quarry.
You sure he's safe to approach?
I believe he understands that if he harms me or my companions, we will leave him here.
Okay, it's a bit of trust, but if you say so, I'll leave it to your judgment.
23.
23. You manage to lift it out of the muck and onto a more stable ground. You can see him push forward. You can see the ceiling start to get crushed under his weight, and he's able to come through into this passage.
I'll move backwards, seeing that he's coming out.
Boom.
Is
Very
my light bothering him at all?
It is not, no.
Okay.
Although the light is quite illuminating, he doesn't recall to it like the other Cyclopses.
All right. So is he free now?
Yes, he's free now.
What do you do here, Big Toe?
Me? Oh, I hunt. We collect shiny things and sleep and eat. We live
For what?
here.
For what purpose do you collect the shiny thing?
Shiny things. Oh, wizard. His name also Cathor, and he speak my language, and he give me fancy clothes. See, look at pants, and you can see that he is wearing pants for a cyclops.
Okay. And you give these shiny things to Cathor?
Yes, give to red man with horns on his head. Cathor, that is his name.
Okay. Have you seen a beast in here?
What beast? Spider?
No. Beast with spines.
Fine. Ooh, call me sharp things.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Why? Why you want?
We plan to hunt.
Hunt? No, you cannot hunt.
Why not?
Spiny beast is my pet.
Oh?
Big one with 3 heads. It is good pet. It hunts
Has
with
it?
me.
And what do you hunt with your pet?
Or usually these things. And then he points at the corpses that are scattered amongst the mines.
Like just the humanoids?
Humanoids, yeah. Those that do not belong. Come to take shiny things.
But you give shiny things to this red horned man?
He give me pants. And this lovely, he called bow tie. And he's wearing it on his wrist.
I'm just seeing what I've got.
So, you hunt pet, me kill you. You no friend to me.
Okay. We were sent to capture Pet because Pet had hurt these creatures, and I point to the humanoids.
Their fault. Not pets. Pet good pet. Creature of goodness. And you can see he's getting angrier as you try and convince this large Cyclops to give his pet away.
Speaker, he seems to be getting agitated. Is everything all right?
The creature that we have been sent to hunt appears to be his companion of some sort.
Oh dear.
I do not think I do not think that hunting some sort of pet would be a wise decision at this point.
Maybe we could barter for him for his pet.
Perhaps.
If freely given, it'd certainly reduce some of the risk in capturing it.
Big Toe, we promise not to hunt your pet.
You promise?
Promise. We did help you free.
You helped me free. Fuzzy One did not help. I
He
do
is-
not trust Fuzzy One.
He is small and weak. That is why he could not help.
And this is all you hear, Halnir. And then a huge finger pointing at you.
Okay. Take a step
Look,
back.
look how small he is.
Yes, very small, but fuzzy.
Yes.
I have not seen so much fuzz in before.
Very well. But Big Toe, would anything convince you to let us trade for your pet?
No, pet friend. Pet big family friend. It help hunt. Good. It is good. You still want pet? You lie to me.
We said we no hunt. We trade, maybe.
Trade? What is trade?
We give you something, you give us something.
Oh, but you want pet. Pet big friend. You have to give bigger friend. Friend for friend. Or jacket. Jacket look cool on red man with the horns. I want jacket.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay. I will be waiting. And he squeezes past this particular entrance
Yeah, we'll let him sort of out.
through, and he will wait here.
So what was all that about, Divine Speaker?
The chimera appears to be that Cyclops' pet.
Aye, and will it barter?
It will, if we can get the jacket from our tied-up friend back there.
He just wants the jacket? What, to wear it as a cape?
I'm not entirely sure. However, you've seen the bow tie on his wrist.
Aye.
Maybe he will use it as a hat.
That could be one purpose, certainly.
Well, let's check on our tied-up friend.
Aye.
Okay, so as the two of you start heading back, Sal, you're outside the set of mines that an adventurer by the name of James Gray has hired a plethora of other adventurers, with Flynn as well as two others already going into the mines to scout it out, as they have become impatient with needing to wait. What do you do?
Is the individual who hired me here?
Yes, Mr. Gray is amongst the other adventurers setting up camp and preparing to rest for the night. You've been traveling for 3 days, 3.5 days, with most of the day already being spent getting lost in the woods of Arrywell.
Fair enough. I'll approach Mr. Gray and I'll have a day's worth of ration ready. Go and I'll say to him, "Hello, are you feeling well?"
I am feeling quite well, friend.
That
However,
that is
I don't have the strength to adventure into those mines safely.
I see. Well, after these 3 gruesome days of traveling, I quite reasonably understand why that'd be so. Are you hungry, maybe? And I present the food.
We have a vast collection of foods here that we've provided for this journey, but yes, I could eat.
Would you like to partake? And I see if he decides to grab some of my rations.
He does. Why, thank
Uh,
you, good sir.
it's always fine. Um, so I was just clarifying the terms of our agreement for what you'd like me to do in the mines?
Well, he brings out a silk sample. It's a webbing. It looks very unusual from the normal kind of spider webs that you're used to. These, he explains to you, are quite unique in that they have a lining of unique poison that cannot be extracted. But if weaved into clothing, it can be used as a weapon as well as a prevention against poison.
Fair enough. And you'd like me to go retrieve some from within the mine?
That is what our expedition is for.
That is quite good. Well, I'd be heading in then. I feel quite rejuvenated. I had a quick rest. Um, I'll see you when I have come out then, good Mr. Gray.
Yes, Master Flynn and those two other adventurers have already gone inside. Well, I'm not sure if it's only been a few minutes, so good luck to you. And
Thank you.
do not fret, the more of this fine silk we bring back, the more everyone will profit.
That sounds quite lovely. Well, I'll leave you to your slumber or relaxation, and I will exit and head towards the entrance of the
Okay.
mines.
As you're heading towards the entrance of the mines, you spot a tiefling in a frantic rush, heading towards you as he's trying to get out. You've been walking down this dark, single tunnel with mine tracks.
Does he look like he's scared?
He looks like he's terrified.
As he does that, I'm gonna pull out my walking stuff. I'm gonna put it out long way so he can't run past. I'm gonna say, "What are you running from?"
Ah, it's another violent adventurer! What do you want now? And who are you?
My name is Zer. I'm traveler. What's going on here? Why are you running?
What? What do you mean, why am I running? There are violent adventurers down in this mine. I'm here to investigate the place. And what is it to you, Mr. Whoever you are?
Sir, my name's Sir. I've also been sent down to peacefully adventure.
Well, if you
As
meet
a
up with them,
traveler,
good luck to you. And he tries to push past.
I'm not that strong, but I'm gonna try resist. But I'm gonna go, wait. And I'm gonna put a hand softly on his shoulder. I'm gonna go, Sir, if there are dangerous men down there, I'd really appreciate if you tell me what they have at least, so I don't get blindsided.
Okay, I would like you, Sal, to roll a strength check as he tries to push past you.
So let's see if this works.
All
Did I
right.
do that wrong?
So,
I don't think I did that right.
okay, to roll in Discord, it's exclamation, then D, whatever the dice. So 1d20 or plus modifiers.
Well, I did it in roll 20. It's a 13 minus 1, so 12.
Okay, roll 20. Here it is. Yep. So a 12. He's essentially rolled a 0. He has far less strength than you. You can tell that he is some sort of caster. He does not have the upper body strength like yourself. He's even weaker than you.
I'm used to carrying hundreds of books. I go to. Are you hungry? Relax,
I
sir.
will have no business of you. Now let me pass. What is it with adventurers and not letting me? I have my own business to deal with. Now let me go.
As he starts yelling, I just walk off. You know, like yelling. Yeah, and I'm gonna head throughout the cave. And I'm gonna ready a dagger just in case I get jumped.
All right. So You emerge. Through the tunnel, you can see the tiefling running past you out of the cave, out of this mine shaft.
Okay. So why are you running?
He doesn't answer you back because he's run past you.
Oh yeah, I just continue walking.
Yep. And as you continue down this, say, intersection, you can see that the tunnels seem to break up into a crossroad. One to turn left, one to go straight ahead, and one to turn right. Do you have dark vision?
No, it does not look like I have dark vision.
All right.
I'll light a torch from my pack.
All right. Because the tunnel itself was very dark.
Okay. So I carefully light the torch. And I start looking for tracks indicating which is the most worn path.
All right. Roll an investigation check, please. You can roll in roll 20. That's fine.
Investigation would be 14.
14. Remember,
Yep.
you can actually add the number when you make the roll.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Well,
in roll 20, you should see a dice symbol on the left-hand side bar, and just click on Advanced Dice Roll.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to add the and change the dice if need be.
Touche. Oh, well, I got a 14.
Yep. With a 14, you can tell that the eastern or the right-hand side path has the most active traffic.
Okay. I'll head that way, and I will just poke my head around the corner. What do I see?
You can tell that these particular rooms have some sort of mine shaft, like a mine elevator. However, the platform is not on your level. You can tell that they're below.
Being used?
There are also levers that can retrieve these platforms to go up or down. Do you know
Sweet.
any Dwarvish?
Yes, I know Dwarvish. Quite
Right.
fluent.
Then you can read the Dwarvish on these particular levers.
Fair enough. Is it instructions?
There are no instructions. One simply says, what did I say they said? It was like lock or something. So they seem to be dwarven words that don't indicate which way is up or down. They're just dwarven phrasing.
Huzzah! Indications. I'm gonna flick the lever.
Which one? There are two. On the one on the north, and there's only one on the south.
I'll flick the north one first.
North one first?
Yep.
Alright. So, you flick the northern one, and you hear some sort of clicking, clacking sound. South?
Yep.
You hear clicking and clacking sound. That's what you hear when you pull the first lever.
I assume it's like some sort of pulley or elevator system to elevator. I'm just gonna wait for it to stop.
Nothing is coming up.
I'll flip the other switch, the other lever.
You hear a grinding sound, like it's trying to get up,
I'll
but
stop that then.
it's locked for some reason.
Fair enough. So it's not budging.
It's not budging considering what you pulled prior.
So I got rid of I undo the south lever, and I'll undo the north lever, and I'll see if I can figure it out how to use it.
Okay, so there are two levers in the north elevator, and there's one lever on the south elevator.
Yes.
So on this one, there's only one lever, and on this one, there's two levers.
Well, I'll go for the one lever then, and I'll.
Okay. You can move your figurine, so you can move it. Be able to move it if you click it. Yep.
So can I move? So is there a place to get in?
The platform, the cage, is down the bottom.
I'll flick the switch.
Flip the switch, it comes up.
Yep. Once it's up, I'll get in and I'll flick it again.
All right.
Is there any indication that people have walked this path yet?
They're quite fresh. At least 3 tracks.
I'll make sure my dagger and my torch are equipped, and I'll peer around the corner. Yeah.
Around the corner?
Yeah, but I'm not that stealthy. I kind of just take a couple steps forward, then I take another one back, so I'm behind the wall, and I'm like, oh, people.
Yep. So you see a very antsy-looking elf, a very passive-looking Goliath, a armored... Lynn, you were human, right? David?
Better unmute so I can actually talk. I'm a half elf.
You see a half-elf amongst this group over here.
Yep.
And they seem to be speaking to someone down in the tunnel further to your left from your perspective.
I'll cast Mage Hand, and I'll bring my Mage Hand down towards the person who's nearest to the back, so the gentleman with the green cloak, and I'll tap him on the shoulder and give him a wave.
The one with the green cloak? You mean the elf?
Yes. How do I ping back? Like, there we are. Yeah, him.
Yep, this one?
Yep, on the shoulder with a Mage Hand.
Okay. You tap this elf's shoulder with Mage Hand. She turns around very rapidly and throws her sword at you.
Okay, do I get cover bonus?
Yes, that's correct.
Yay, okay. My AC's 10.
Alright. You have startled this particular elf. Roll 14 against AC.
Ow, yeah, that hits.
So this short sword comes a-flying. Take 6 points of damage.
I'm unconscious.
An intruder has attacked us.
They just see this little, like, light blue wisp disappear.
And you flop forward. And she goes over to retrieve her weapon.
I go, attack. One attack.
For sneak attacking. And then she pulls a weapon out.
I
Sheathes it.
softly.
Whoa.
He was right. He's a barbarian. And my skin rapidly changes to a pasty white color with white hair.
I hold her off again. And say, what are you doing? What attack?
It came up from behind. And that is not how you treat a female, no matter what race you're from. It is a
I lay on hands for 1 HP.
you're back to life, Sal.
Huzzah!
She takes a step back and licks her blade from the blood that she's just attained from you.
I sit, cast prestidigitation, and clean myself again, and mage hand, and I present the mage hand and say, "Well, hello, good sir. Thank you for healing me. Nice to meet you, Zah." And the mage hand's hanging there for a shake.
Nice to meet you too. I reach out and shake the mage hand.
As this happens, I just put my dagger away and go, "So, will I be getting attacked again, or?"
I assume I recognize him from the 3 days of travel.
That's right.
No, I look completely different now.
Oh,
No, but your
No.
your clothing would
knocked
be the same,
unconscious.
right?
Oh yeah, the clothing's the same, but spotless because I cleaned it with prestidigitation. But my face is completely different. I no longer look human. I look closer to a albino elf now.
okay. It's a little spooky thing you got going on there.
Oh,
But,
apologies. I turn around, change my form into a basic humanoid, brown hair, brown eyes. Nothing too special, and I turn around again. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure. Flynn just starts backing off towards the rest of the group. So you were with Mr. Gray?
Yes, talked to him no more than probably 10 minutes ago. He wanted me to come down and collect some sort of silk or web.
Same for me. Name's Flynn. You tapped our friend Trish here on the shoulder, and the other is Borgo. I assume I can see Mithra as well from now on. This other elf here is Mithra. She's here on other business.
And as you introduce Mithra, Divine Speaker, you spot that the tiefling that you had tied up is no longer on the train tracks, on the mine.
Well, I mean, I see Mithra, and I can only see Mithra at this point. I'm just like, Mithra, what happened to our friend?
Oh, okay, so a lot has happened.
Oh,
The last 10 minutes.
who? I recognize you, Flynn, but who are these others?
Hello, Divine Speaker. The others are Borgo and Trish, adventurers with me from searching for some spider web for Mr. Gray, and the other was Czar, I think he said, also with Mr. Gray.
Do we know who?
Got whacked.
Was that?
Do we know who Mr. Gray is?
No.
Okay, and who is this Mr. Gray?
That was a man looking for adventures in the tavern back in town.
Okay.
I thought I could use the coin, you know.
Well,
Myrtle's on the job as well, but she's still above ground.
oh, that's good. She seemed a little off last couple of days, but good to hear she's out and about.
Magnus is up there too.
Of course.
So, I heard you're looking for a giant beast of some sort.
Change of plans. What happened to the tiefling we had tied up here?
So he's gone now.
I let him go. He told us who he was and what he was doing here.
He was kind of useless.
Well, that is very unfortunate.
Why?
We could have used him as part of a trade for the Chimera, which turns out is one of the Cyclops' pets.
A chimera, you say? That's good killing.
Well, I do not find any glory in killing another being's companion animal. But if you would like to cross the Cyclops that cares for the animal or the beast, and then I gesture down the corridor.
It wouldn't be the just thing.
Just a Cyclops. Is it big? Perhaps I can put it into my list of kills.
Why are you obsessed with killing?
Why are you not obsessed with killing? Aren't you an elf?
Mithra's a
Obviously.
kind-hearted dear. She wouldn't hurt a fly.
Exactly.
Perhaps then you were not ill-treated in your lives, especially in your own village, to have such weak mentalities. But I'm not here to kill, I'm just here to collect whatever it is necessary.
See, that's one thing that people should never call me. Don't ever say I'm weak again.
Then perhaps you should test your skills against me.
What do you propose?
Battle of the Swords, of course. It's only a fair fight.
You believe that brute strength is the only strength in the world?
Only skill will truly be strength.
Hyone
You
will
believe that the only skill comes from the sword?
You're an elf, I expect you to know how to use a sword. But what do you want? And so the two elves are sort of arguing.
Hyone will look at Flynn and go, interesting companions you've brought along here, Flynn.
These ones were not my choice. I'm a guide more than anything.
I don't mind the strong silent type over there, but this one's certainly got a bloodlust and a mouth on her.
Actually, that reminds me. Borgo upstairs happened to find this throwing knife, and I showed them the knife with the engraving on it. Last time we were here, we saw something initialed DS, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Aye.
Well, found a little bit more.
Well, DS, Divine Speaker, is this yours? You've been here before.
What does the dagger look like?
It's a very thin throwing dagger.
I don't believe I would use a weapon this flimsy.
Aye.
It almost looks comically small in his hand, or in her hand.
Didn't seem like your type, but you never know.
Does the dagger have the initials DS on it as well?
Yes,
or?
on the pommel. Do you cast suggestion?
Or did you just accidentally click it, Tash?
Oh, sorry. I may have just been looking through D&D for an option. I have not chosen said option.
Okay.
At this stage.
You suddenly
Sorry,
cast
Papa.
suggestion on us in the middle of the
Okay.
conversation.
I am intending to subtly cast a spell, yes. I just haven't decided which one yet. Damn. Everyone the surprise.
So Borgo are essentially trying to calm down both elves very peacefully. Just not engaging, not saying anything.
Well, how about we
While the girls
get to killing some spiders?
You said you were looking for webs. We can show you where those are, but unless we can track down that tiefling again, I'm not sure if we can retrieve this chimera.
Well, you said it wanted his coat, did you?
Something like that. What was he wearing? What was the tiefling wearing?
The tiefling was wearing a red jacket. He was wearing.
Was he wearing no pants? Is that
No.
what
He
happened?
was wearing a set of. It was kind of like a gown underneath, so he was
Robes,
not
like
wearing,
robes.
yeah, like robes.
Okay.
It didn't appear that he was wearing pants.
Okay. No, just like if he gave the giant his pants or something, I don't know.
I just wonder whether our giant Cyclops friend wanted that jacket or just a jacket.
He seemed
Well-
to like that one. If we could potentially replicate it somehow, does anyone have?
I put my head in and say, sorry, a what? A cyclops?
Yes, this this mine appears to be the home to several cyclops.
Oof.
They're doing some mining. They just want some gems.
Although it was the red tiefling wizard that asked them for the gems. It is a shame that you let him go. He seemed to know more than he was letting on about what's happening in this mine.
We may have to
Apologies.
track him down once we get back to Varin.
Well, that was my mistake with the letting the tiefling go. I've got another set of traveling gear I can try and trade with the Cyclops if he's just after a big coat.
Perhaps.
Well, he is on the way to the spider webs. Do you speak giant?
I most certainly do not. But I bet Borgo would.
I believe they only really speak giant. No matter. Let us track down this web, and perhaps this expedition can be somewhat salvaged.
Aye. Perhaps introductions are in order. My name's Hjalnir. Who might you all be? Looking at Borgo, Trisha, and Zoa.
I am the fabulous Trish. Unlike that wench over there, pointing at Mithra.
Careful of your words, though.
And
Fire
She's a
bolt,
friend of mine.
cast chaos bolt.
you're doing
Says
what?
that. I'm
Casting a
suddenly
fireball?
casting chaos bolt.
Chaos bolt. Alright, I guess there is a cat fight.
Don't call me a wench. 1d20.
Go ahead. Cast it.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna regret this. 17.
17 is a hit.
Okay. And that's 2d8.
Another hurl of venom from this particular half elf, Trish. Very violent.
So,
Flynn
hold on.
is gonna put himself in between them, along with Borgo, I suppose.
Yep.
And try and say, "There's a lot of danger down here. We don't need no infight. Trish, take back what you said, and let's move on."
I will not! And she jumps over both of you, or makes an attempt to jump over both of you.
Can I make a reaction to stop that?
Okay. Roll an athletics check to try and stop her. What's the damage to your chaos?
Yeah, hold on.
You manage to grab her by the shoulders before she leaps over Borgo, and you manage to calm her, like hold her back. She still takes 5
5
points
lightning.
lightning damage. So there's a bit of a spark that continues towards you. You get a bit of an afro, but
Isn't it 2D?
Tail spell, so depending on what my 1d6 was.
Isn't it
Or
dependent
is it
on
1d8?
it? Well, all the damage is there, so you take 10 damage, but it's whatever you choose the type based on the d8s. I thought
10. Why is it 10 damage?
because it's 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
Right. So yeah.
Here we go. Yep.
She does take the full amount.
10 lightning.
A dex saving throw for Flynn, please. Otherwise, the lightning will transfer to you as well.
I thought it only jumped if the d8s matched.
Oh, right. Don't worry about that then. Don't worry about that. No need to roll. So she gets zapped, and you hold her back. You can see Borgo just like keeping her at bay at arm's length. And I would like Flynn to roll a persuasion check instead to calm down the violent Trish.
And can I step up behind Mithra and basically grab her and
15.
push her behind me?
You can, yes.
15 for persuasion.
All right. You have successfully calmed the elf down. She sticks out her tongue at Mithra while a dwarf holds her back and separates the two women.
Why did you stop them? This was a perfectly acceptable way to settle their differences.
And Borgo introduces himself. I, Borgo, divine speaker, right. Let them fight. Challenge. Accept. No need for others to interfere. I simply.
They can settle it on the surface
no more
later.
Speaking of venom bad.
We have a job to do down here. I think we should keep any arguments until we get topside.
That's what I think. I agree with Halne.
This would be settled more officially in the ritual fighting ring. That I can agree with.
Yes. Ritual fight, more official. Yes, Trish. Ritual fight.
Now, before we go talk to the Cyclops again, what exactly are you guys here for?
Me here with Flynn. We get silk.
Sorry, Borgo, I meant our other friends here. Hjalnir, Divine Speaker, and Mithra.
We were intending to bring back the Chimera for the alchemists to study.
Was it just the whole Chimera? Or is it only small parts that the alchemist needs?
We were given some magical rocks, some stones that we can use to hold it in place, and a wand that will pacify it. But the issue now seems to be that the giant Cyclops is claiming it's his pet and won't relinquish it without at least a good trade, which seems to be a jacket or a coat.
Well, I was thinking we might be able to get by with just some bits and pieces of the Chimera, rather than taking the whole thing at a cheaper price, even if we don't have the Tiefling's coat.
The commission was for the entire beast.
However, I suspect you are right, Flynn, that the alchemist may still welcome any sort of parts that we could gather.
We still have the issue of the giant cyclops, though. He didn't look like someone I want to piss off.
Well, perhaps there's bits of it that it's shed skin or bits of fur or something like that around its nest. We might be able to go pick up with the Cyclops' good graces.
That's a novel idea, friend.
Well, we will not accomplish anything standing around if you are not letting Mithra and Trish settle their differences. As I walk towards the place where the webs are.
I follow Divine Speaker.
If Mithra lets me, I'll push her ahead of myself.
Sorry, yeah, that's fine. I do stay kind of close, though.
Yep.
Subtly.
Oh. What are all these corpses from?
They were down here when we.
all the way down.
The corpses were here when we arrived. There's
Insight check. No, just check.
in my mind, there's some suspicious circumstances around the death, but not quite sure what they were killed by. Perhaps the Cyclopses. Not knowing that the Cyclops told Divine Speaker how they died.
Yep. So as you journey down back into the corridor, you can see this very large, gigantic Cyclops. He's sitting down in the middle of this mining cart track, and he's just like digging with his finger into the dirt, looking for some sort of stone. Doesn't quite notice any of you as you approach yet, but as Halnir approaches with his bright light, he takes notice and looks towards the lot of you.
I start getting the additional traveler's clothes out of my pack.
Big Toe.
Yes. Big Toe.
We found perhaps things you want to trade for your beast, as I point to the clothes that Flynn is holding up, I guess.
You have jacket.
What is his clothes made? What comprises the clothes that you've got?
It's a large leather, like thick leather traveling coat.
Okay. We have this large jacket.
Ooh. Looks fancy. We have
You trade for pet?
very small trade. Pet very big. This jacket very small. Make good for bib. Big jacket. Horned one make pants big. Why not jacket big?
Do I recognize that he's not satisfied?
Yes. You can tell that he's like, his hand gestures and his body language seems to suggest he wants more.
Because I have a 2-person tent that I bought in like the very first session.
Yep.
So I'll start rifling through my bag and pull that out.
I'll ask, can anyone make the jacket bigger?
I actually may have something there, Divine Speaker.
Oh.
Pull out the 2-person tent, so it's a simple and portable canvas shelter. So it's like a big piece of canvas, I'm assuming.
Yep, that's right.
So I'll pull that out, all rolled up, and hand it to Divine Speaker. See what he thinks of that.
And I'll present it to Big Toe. What about this?
Oh,
We could cut a hole in the middle and you could wear it as a poncho.
oh, very good. Nice hat thingy. Cover face. I trade. Trade Big Pet for this. Then waves at you. Halnir.
Oh, I'll wave back and smile and nod friendly.
You,
Say he go eat me.
no,
No
he
dinner.
is glad you enjoy trade.
What are they saying up there? I don't understand any giant. Why don't we just kill it? It's a beast. No, we not kill. So this is what Trish is saying at the back with Mithra also at the back. This is what's happening with the trade.
Okay.
I'm still close to Halnia.
Yep.
Uh,
Close to Halnia.
so we can have pet now.
Yes, you can have pet. I will bring pet. You wait.
Okay. And he goes off, I guess.
Yep. He runs off
Which direction?
in this direction. He seems to just run into the shadows. You hear strange.
Guess we scared him off.
He is
Watching sound.
getting the chimera for us.
He seemed happy, so that's good news at least.
Perhaps we can spend this time gathering. You said Mr. Gray, was looking for?
He comes around the corner, and then he looks at all of you. Pet not like being pulled. Run away! And then he runs into the shadows further down into the cave. You hear twitching and snapping of some sort of a crustacean-like jaw. You hear a bull start charging forward from the shadows as this chimera emerges.
Quick question. Did we say who took the stones? Did we all take one, or did one person take them all and the wand, or?
I think Mithra took the wand because she was the sort of.
I've got the wand.
I think I have at least one of the stones, maybe all of them.
We'll say you have them all. Quick, Divine Speaker, cast the stones. Make a triangle.
This thing comes around the corner.
I'll cast all but one.
It slams itself into the wall, and you can feel the entire cave shake and tremble. Everyone roll for initiative.
Cool.
As you can see, a very strange looking chimera, unlike those in most tales. This one has the body and the legs of a spider, a head of a wyvern with its spined tail, and a very large set of horns on its shoulders. But
I accidentally rolled in 20.
3 heads: spider, wyvern, bull.
I don't know how to tell you this, guys, but that ain't a chimera.
Halnir for 10.
Not traditional, no.
Divine
Still an
Sense for
amalgamation of
3.
beasts.
Aye,
6.
that's true.
And again, Winston, just to remind us, did we have to, like, how was it explained to us that we had to have 2 of the stones out, wait for it to get in, and then cast the third, or do we just cast all 3 out, and if it enters the triangle, it gets captured?
So what you need to capture this particular beast with those particular stones is you need to set up the trap, placing the stones at least 10 feet away from each other, and the creature needs to step into the trap so that it will be captured, in a sense, by speaking the words the wand to activate the stones.
Yeah, it's You Are Mine or something like that.
That's right. So
I have you.
14.
I have you.
Tash, is that
Have you
your
now?
initiative roll?
I rolled in roll 20 by accident.
No, that's okay.
So then I went and did
21.
one in Discord.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, you're okay to use the one from roll 20?
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
I mean, yeah, if it's easier on you, Winston, do you mind if we just roll in roll 20 if we've got the sort of the D&D Beyond integration, or do you do you still need it rolled in the Discord?
I find it whatever's easier for you guys. I was just rolling for Discord because we were having problems with roll 20 before.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's easy for us in roll 20 because we've got that that integration that when you click on a thing in D&D Beyond, it sort of rolls in roll 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So just roll on roll 20 from now on. I can still see all the numbers.
Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right. Now I need to roll my initiative. It is only a rampant chimera. Kind of seeking.
Just because it's got 3 heads and a tail and breathes something doesn't mean it's a chimera.
It is some sort of creature with 3 heads. Alright. So first up, Tash.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Mage Armor.
That's the first thing I'm going to do.
Also, aren't you a wild magic sorcerer?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that you guys know that yet.
Just checking. Reminding our GM.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much I'm going to do that, and I am going to go stand with a little bit of shelter from it.
Okay, you cast Mage Armor. Now, I believe wild magic occurs when you cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
So roll
TPK incoming.
Only if you roll. Only if you roll poorly.
Yep. So essentially, when you cast a spell right after, roll a d20, and if it's a resulting 1, bad things happen. Or good things happen.
Yeah. Yep.
The table of contents happens. Roll a d20.
So we roll a d20, and then if something bad happens.
I think the DM can also trigger a wild magic surge if you've used
close.
Tides of Chaos.
Yeah.
It could have healed everyone.
Yeah,
Not.
statistically, it's actually good.
Just not very reliable, that's all.
It's like 20% bad things can happen.
Wow.
80% either neutral or good.
That's right. Well, with a 2, nothing happened. Cast Mage Armor with no side effects. Next up, David.
All right. I well, guess I put myself in harm's way. I'll move to the end of my movement, and then I'll take the dodge action.
All right. I have dodge action. I have disadvantage against you. Next up, Sal.
I'm gonna. I don't know if I really want to attack, but I might as well join in. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch.
On the creature, do you have enough range from where you
I'm
are?
double checking that. Books. Move up both to maybe here. 1, 2, 6. Yeah, that's my movement. Yes, I have heaps. I have enough range to do it, and I'll cast Chill Touch.
Okay, so you cast Chill Touch on this rampaging amalgamation of a creature.
Does it look like it's gonna attack us?
It looks enraged.
Okay. Can I ready Chill Touch?
You can, yes.
Yes, I'll ready Chill Touch then for if and when it attacks us.
Okay, cool.
And that's
Next up, the creature. It pries itself out of the wall, takes a step back, and with its 3 heads, it seems to spot Flynn instead of the large Cyclops heading further into the cavern. Sniffs the air, and it seems to target Flynn in its rage. It turns all the way around, takes a step forward, and it spits some sort of webbing at you. Flynn, I'd like you to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, so because I'm taking the dodge action, that's made with advantage, right?
Yes, I'll
Yeah.
accept that.
Uh, that's a 16.
A 16. You're quick. You manage to duck out of the way, and this webbing, this is the webbing that you have been searching for, lands just behind you. Lovely.
Well, look at that.
Does it look any different from the weapon we found earlier?
The webbing that you found earlier was completely different to this.
Okay.
This has a bit more of a like a thicker,
Sparkle.
no, it has more of a matted look, so it doesn't have
Okay.
like a gleaming shine to it like the other set of webbing. This one appears to be more rough, and you can tell that it's coated with some sort of poison, as the outside of it has like pulsating veins. And then my second attack is the spines. I have disadvantage against Flynn and just a standard attack against Divine Speaker. They're the only 2 I can reach or see. So this is at disadvantage. 15 against AC against Flynn.
That misses.
And a 16 against AC against Divine Speaker.
Miss.
Okay. And that's my turn. You can see that the creature has attacked Czar.
Yes. I'll cast my attack spell.
Make
So
your cast.
1d20 plus my attack mod.
That's right.
17.
17 is a hit.
Yes, so I roll 1d8 for damage.
Yep.
That is 5 damage, and it can't heal until the end of its next turn, if I'm correct.
5 points of damage. Alright, next, Halnir.
Okay, so if I want to cast 2 spells in one turn,
Yes.
can I do an action as a cantrip and a bonus action spell at 2nd level?
Yes.
Or it's, yeah?
Yes, that's fine.
Cool. Then I will... Yanni will move forward in stride with Divine Speaker, raising a hand and touching her shoulder and casting guidance on her.
Yep.
And then shield will flare and will summon spiritual weapon behind the creature.
Alright, I will grab the hammer. Behind it, right?
Yep. And roll to attack.
Go ahead.
Dirty 20. Damage. 8 force damage with the spiritual weapon as the giant blue flame shovel-like hammer
Woo!
crashes down.
Well, 20 is a hit, yes, and 8 force damage.
And Divine Speaker has guidance for
Cool.
anything that they wish to do, i.e. chucking stones, maybe.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up are the 2 NPCs. They look to each other to see Borgo. The creature is attacking. It's not their job, though. But he does nothing. However, the elf comes in from behind and goes into combat. That's her turn. She dashes from all the way back there. Fine speaker.
Okay, I'll turn to everyone and say, keep it still. And I'm going to move 1, 2. How would I be able to chuck a rock or chuck one of the stones in a direction with any sort of accuracy?
In terms of combat, that will require a check, but dropping stones will not.
So dropping stones would be not a check?
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. So dropping a stone doesn't need a check, but throwing one will require a check.
Okay. Because the chimera is or whatever it is, whatever the creature is a huge creature, right?
Yes, it is a huge monstrosity of a creature.
Okay. So that means I can actually move through its space just at difficult terrain, right? So 1, 2, 3.
So as you approach, you can see its spine tail coming, lashing at you to try and make an attack to defend itself from any creature. Well, I roll a natural 1, so you can just see it whip out. Nothing really happens to you.
Could I, since it rolled a natural 1, could I just grab the tail and get a bit of a boost?
You can, yes.
All right. I just want to I just want to grab it and then just use it as a
leverage.
like a swinging on a jungle vine kind of thing, and just
Yes.
like get flung over here, if
Yep,
that's
yep.
okay.
That's fine.
Leave the others here.
That's okay. All right. Then I'll move here and drop one of the stones here.
Yep. Just make a shape, or like
Draw shape.
yep, draw shape. This is a
Regular.
marker.
Just draw shape. Like I'll just. Okay. Yep. Sure.
Yep, that's the first.
Oh
one.
no.
Yep, that's fine.
And then I will move down here. Oh no, I've used too much movement. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's all my movement. Would that have taken my action, or?
Or you were launched over here. No, you still have 10 feet of movement. Because remember, you would use the tail as a kind of a push me.
Okay.
So you've only spent 20 feet of your movement landing at that point.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
So I can move. Well, I'll start moving to my next destination, I guess.
okay.
And would I have an action or anything, or?
You just dropped the stone, right?
Yeah.
So yes, you do have an action.
Okay. Can I use my other action to? I'm going to use the other action to chuck one of the stones at Hjalnir.
All right.
Like to Hjalnir.
Just lob it over the creature.
Yep.
Roll a strength check or dexterity check, whatever you wish.
Strength check, but I've got guidance, don't I?
You do.
I can make that happen. Strength check. Lol.
Oh.
That did not add the 1d4. That's annoying. Right, I'll just roll the 1d4.
Never knew that was your full name.
Wow, a 7. All right. The creature is quite large. You make an attempt at tossing it, and it lands underneath the bulk of this creature,
Oh, no.
wedged from the figurine where the tail would be.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that'll be my turn.
Okay, cool. Back to the top. Tash.
Yo. Right.
There's a large amalgamation of this odd.
There's a large amount of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Let me. Hold on. I can't see. I can't see how many spell slots I've already used.
No worries, no worries. Take your time.
Just because I can't see that right now, I'm just going to chuck a firebolt.
Firebolt.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All right, an 8. You aim at the creature. You aim a little too high, and it crouches. Fireball just fizzles just in front of it.
I don't think I'm. Oh,
You move in, you move back, you stay where you are. You can taunt the elf that you dislike.
nah. That's for a later date. It's a long way to head around behind it. So I am probably going to just stay where I am.
Okay. Next up, Flynn.
Alright, Flynn is going to cast Divine Favor.
Yep.
Yep, touching his amulet of tear. And then say, someone use Mage Hand to grab the rock, and then just whip the chimera in one of its faces. Or try to, anyway.
Yep.
So that's... where's my attack?
So, Divine Speaker, do you still have all the rocks?
Yep, that's
Except the one you've dropped?
I've dropped one. One's underneath the tail of the chimera, and I'm holding the other one.
Okay.
So that was a roll of 7, so I miss.
Alright. With a 7, yes, you miss. Again, this is a very strange looking creature. I'm not used to it. It manages to sway and move in a very unusual manner. You miss. That's it?
Yeah, that's all my actions. I'll just stand my ground.
Alright, Sal.
I'm gonna cast good old magic missile.
Okay, magic missile.
Does it automatically hit?
Yes, it does. At
Plus
what
one?
level? Alright, level 1.
Level 1, so
Yep.
level 1. 3 darts.
Roll 1d4 plus 1 3 times. Or
I did 12
nice.
damage. So I take out a small orb, start glowing a very faint blue, and then from that orb emanates 3 darts, and they soar towards the target. And a bit closer.
Can you move closer?
Yes.
Okay. As your magic missiles strike the beast, you can see it. Part of its scales start to jut out, readying itself for another volley. Like more spines seem to appear around the ridge of the tail around its spine. You can roll an insight check on what the hell is that.
Yep.
Eight?
Oh, that's horrible. 9.
9. Not too sure. However, you can tell it is in its aggressive state. Next is the creature, Chimera. With Divine Speaker behind its back, it has no focus towards you, but its tail will lash out. So it will attack Trish, Flynn, and you in a triple multi-attack. 1 each. So Trish hits her. Flynn, that's a 12 against AC.
Misses.
And 21 against AC to Divine Speaker.
Can I try and parry?
You can, yes.
I believe it's a 1d4 now.
Yes, that's correct.
So I'll
Harry,
just...
this you filthy casual.
That doesn't work. How do I?
slash R space.
Yeah, slash R space.
Oh!
Wow!
So that's 22.
22.
Yes.
Ching!
Big player.
Nice one.
Just slashes away at the whipping tail, and only the elf is struck with these horrible spines. You can see her take a lot of damage.
Oh.
Spines getting struck into her body. However, the elf is not too damaged from the appearance of the strike. She is tougher than she looks. That is my turn. Next, Alnir.
For bonus action, I'll strike out with the spiritual weapon again.
Yep.
$19.
19 is a hit.
And 7 force damage. As the hammer again cracks down on its hip.
Yep.
And for an action, I don't really want to kill it. That's the thing. So Hyalni will just move forward, and can I use my action to, was it like take a guard?
Dodge action.
Dodge action.
Dodge action? Yeah.
So
Alright.
move up next to Flynn and basically, present my shield.
Okay, present your shield.
Draw my warhammer.
Yep. You can also try and calm it down. It is still a creature that's enraged.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking of animal handling before, but when you mentioned it was a monstrosity, I wasn't sure whether it would work.
It's part bull, so it's kind of a monstrosity. But still part beast.
Okay. If an animal handling check is possible, I'd
Yeah.
definitely do that. Absolutely.
Instead of dodge action?
My track record, Hjalni will, instead of drawing the warhammer, will raise his shield still, and just try and make calming gestures and noises towards it to try and calm it down.
Roll an animal handling check. Holy shit, a natural 20. Alright. You can see the dwarf essentially pull out his shield in a very passive manner. And he starts making circle motions with his other hand. And you can see that all three heads just look towards you, kind of enthralled, just mesmerized at your motion. It seems to have become less aggressive. You can see the spines on its back start to recede into its body.
Yeah.
So
I'll yell out.
You know,
I think Yep.
only you know that you've somewhat calmed it down from its enraged state. It's not friendly to you yet, but you're almost there. Everyone else needs to make an insight check to see if the creature is calmed down from its aggressive state. Is that advantage or disadvantage?
It's no. It rolls twice. It rolls twice normally. But take off the 3, so it's actually only 19.
Okay, 19.
Yep.
Sal, you still think it's aggressive. Mithra with a 9. I'm just taking the first one on the very left.
I did roll an advantage though. I have advantage.
With advantage?
On that. Yep. I have advantage on insight.
Yep. So with a 22, for both you and Divine Speaker, You can tell that the creature is no longer aggressive towards any of you. The elf needs to roll as well.
Flynn rolled 12.
Flynn, you still believe it's not completely calm, but you can tell that it's no longer aggressive either. So it's not friendly, it's kind of in a neutral state.
Do I have the ability to say something quick at the end of my turn after
can,
this? Yeah. Say, I think I'm calming it. Hold.
Yes,
You
sir.
expect me not to attack it?
I expect you not to attack it.
Fine. It attacks me again, and I will only retaliate. Alright, next up. The NPCs. She will not attack it. She is at the ready. Borgo will not do anything. It has not attacked him. So it is accustomed not to attack a creature that is not aggressive towards him. Divine Speaker.
Okay, so do I see the stone that I failed to throw?
Yes.
Can I just kick it along the ground to the other side?
There's tracks. Where it is.
Oh. Okay, so I'd have to sort of go in and pick it up.
Yes. Unless you have a really good golf swing with your feet.
No. So, okay. Alright, I'll just go grab it and pick it up.
Yep.
So
you're approaching the butt of the creature. So think of like a
wait,
spider abdomen.
Alright, hang on. Is it in the... I thought it was underneath the tail.
Yeah. So in terms of the... Yeah. So it is underneath the tail. That's right.
Okay. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to go here, drop the other stone.
Yep.
Or one of the other stones.
Yep.
Go underneath the creature and pick it up.
Yep.
And move through.
So you move right underneath. Are you moving carefully,
hang on.
or how are you moving through this creature?
I can't end my turn inside the creature's space, can I?
You can. I'll just treat you that you're underneath. But if it
Oh.
squats down, it crushes you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's up to you.
Alright, I'm gonna grab it. Because I don't think I've got the movement to make it through either. And I'll toss it to... Can I toss it to about here?
Yeah, you can. It's an easy strength check.
Okay.
10 or higher. Not too far. There we go.
15.
15. Accurately, you kind of lob it, and it lands.
Okay,
just
so
in front.
So it's just about here?
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
All pieces are in play.
And I will then move back. And then once... Who's this? Trish?
That's
Yep.
Trish.
Okay, stay away from the stones. I will yell at her. As soon as she moves away, or if she decides not to, I will activate, I'll say the magic word.
I have you.
She moves away.
Doesn't Mithra have the wand?
Oh, do you need the wand?
Wants to do
The
it.
stones
Yeah,
will paralyze it, and the wand will make it docile.
Yes.
Oh, I thought the person with the wand had to say the word. Okay, no worries.
No. Anyone can say the word.
Oh, right.
Anyone who knows the words can say the word. Takes her steps back.
Okay, and yeah, as soon as she does that, I will say the words.
Alright. can see the stones start to emit some sort of purplish binding chains. It seems to wrap around the creature, and it's restricted, unable to move. You can see it becoming more enraged. You see its eyes turn active, but it is furious that it cannot move. Spines emerge from its body all around.
Cool. So I'm going to pop out and grab the wand that I've got
Yep.
and calm it down. Use the wand.
So you point it, calm it down, and immediately it lulls into complete domination.
There you go. Wand activated with the command, I have you.
Congratulations, you have acquired a strange chimera creature.
Yeah, team.
Good work,
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Good job. I'd like to scrape up the web behind me.
Yep. With what?
Using the tip of my javelin.
Okay. You stick the tip of your javelin into this strange web. The veins of the wrappings seems to eat away at the wood.
The what, sorry?
Eat away at the wood, like
right.
at the shaft of the spear.
Hmm.
But,
So the webs are corrosive.
yes,
Right.
but it does not eat the metal. So the tip of the
Okay.
spear remains.
Well, I don't really have a huge thing of metal to put it on. I've got a shield. Can I like dig up part of it and like carry it on a shield, or is the shield not metal?
The shield would be metal. Yeah, the shield would be metal. You could scoop a bit of it
Yeah.
out with
Alright.
your shield.
I will do that then.
Okay, you've collected some of the webbing. Like a small portion of this pile of webbing. Now what do you guys do? You have a chimera. You have... The fighting has ended.
So we're out of initiative?
You're out of initiative, yeah.
Okay.
How heavy does this chimera look? Is it sleeping or is it just like calm?
We just chill.
And is it still paralyzed because of the stones?
Yes, it's still paralyzed because of the stones.
Are the stones still there, or do we like, and they're still like binding it, or do we need to?
I think we need to remove the stones and then just walk doggy home.
Okay.
So the stones are still on the ground where you place them. The runic values, symbols on the stones are all already gone, as though it's wrapped on the creature.
Seeing that everything's sort of coming down, can I move over towards Trish and do a medicine check to start removing spines that she got lacerated with out of her body?
Yes, you can. Roll a medicine check, please. An 11, you manage to take one spine out. However, she pushes you aside. How dare you do this, dwarf? Be more careful.
Nearly helping you, lass. These spines can be dangerous if you leave them in. Figure they should be taken out. Will you allow me to remove the others?
Only if you're more careful than the last. And she makes an attempt at pushing it out of her own body. Just pure strength. And with that pure strength, she has gotten her hand also impaled onto the spine that she was trying to push out.
Here, lass.
Mithra giggles just a slight, tiny bit.
Let me help, lass.
You want to have your fight now, Mithra?
So roll your medicine check. And Trish just turns towards you. You can see like a tear coming out of her right eye and giving you kind of a smug look. With a 17, you manage
Giving me
to
a snug look.
heal and remove the spines carefully.
Cool. I will collect the spines. Like once I pull them out, I'm just placing them nonchalantly in my pocket.
Okay, so you have
Collect.
3 javelin-sized spines. They cannot be pocketed. They're large.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, collecting them, holding onto them.
Yep. Well, seems we're done here. We have the webbing, and you have your creature. Now, let us go. Borgar, you useless creature, you! Should have helped us at least.
Be
Who did
nice
you
to
say that
Borgo. To Borgo, I think.
That's the name.
Borgo.
Borgo, use your shield and help me grab some more of this web.
You can see him chant words, and you can see strange spirits rise from the stone and the earth, and you suddenly feel very warm, very cleansed. And then he kind of bows towards Trish and says, I apologize, but fighting not good unless true to the hunt. So anyone who is injured within 60 feet of him gets healed this. Heal for 10
Nice.
if you were damaged. You can see these spirits just come over, very lightly touch you, heal your wounds.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see what these spirits are?
Sure, go ahead. With a
Ooh.
natural 1 and an 8, luckily this is just a Arcana check, it's not fighting or anything.
Ouch.
You're not too sure what these sprites and spirits are. You've never seen this type of magic before. It's very unusual.
Okay.
So you can command the abomination of this monstrosity out because it obeys the wand's commands.
Alright. Just say, come along, follow me.
It just follows you.
Can we keep it?
We must deliver it, dear. They'll be waiting for us outside the gates of Rin, with a cage.
But they said they want it alive.
Aye, exactly. They're not looking to kill it, as I understand, merely study.
So after they've finished studying it, are they going to let it go or, find it a good home?
I don't know, dear. Maybe we can talk to them about that when we see them next. My understanding is they merely wish to study it and maybe farm it for some of its spines, maybe.
Not sure I like that idea.
Alright.
Still, it's the commission.
Studying it's fine. Farming an animal for something that it produces. Not okay.
We'll take that up with them when we meet them.
Try and use your mage hand to gather some more of this web.
So,
Pardon?
are you gonna gather any more of the purple web?
Is this the web that I was sent down to get?
That's right.
Yeah, I'll use my mage hand to pick up as much as it can carry, which is 10 pounds worth.
Okay, so you have 10 pounds of this webbing. Still not all of it, but it's plenty.
Everyone else is using metal objects or containers to carry it.
That's right.
Yeah, I only have my mage hand, so.
Alright, so the mage hand is literally just carrying all this web. You have to just concentrate for it to not touch the ground or dissipate. You can always recast it again.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys head out of the mines. Two Cyclopses bid you all farewell.
Johnny will wave at them and tell Divine Speaker to let them know that when we get some time, be back to help mine if they need it.
Yep, one continues to mine, the other one plays with his little mine cart. And as you emerge out of the underground mine, you notice that the tunnels here are quite narrow. How is this big creature gonna get in or out of here?
Ooh.
So you can get it up here. You can make all of your move.
Yeah.
What about a Pokeball? Nah, surely the Cyclops got in another way. Maybe we should go looking for the other one.
It is
What about
curious.
going this way? Would that work?
Which way?
I drew a pink arrow.
This one with the arrow?
You're
No,
there.
you've already passed that section, and that's the path that you actually went. That's why you saw those two Cyclopses.
Is big potato.
You've already gone up the mine shaft.
Can I use Dwarven Stone Cunning to examine the walls of the narrow part to see whether it looks like we could widen it?
Go on. You can either use a nature check or a history check.
Is this an advantage with the
Yeah,
stone
it's the advantage. You're using stone cunning.
20 and a 15.
History of a 20. The stone here is quite sturdy, hard. However, it can still be cut to widen it for this creature to squeeze past. However, you know it's still quite a distance away. You're going to need a lot of manpower, so to speak, to carve out enough of the wall to widen it for this creature.
Well, friends,
But luckily we got a lot of people outside.
we have the tools here for carving up stone. Do you think you could assist us with some labor in widening this entrance?
Borgar agrees. Borgo agrees. But Trish needs convincing.
To convince her, Hjalni will walk up to her and cast Cure Wounds on her and say, "There you go. You're right as rain now."
Fine. I'll help dig out a passage.
cured her for 8
Nice.
points.
Oh well, time to start digging.
All right. So it takes you. Just roll. Take you 7 hours to dig the entire tunnel until you're out of the tunnel. To squeeze this creature out slowly. You widened it.
Someone should warn Mr. Gray and the others that we're bringing it out here. Don't want no trouble.
I'll do that if you'd like.
As you get out of the entrance to the mine, you can see that everyone is still sleeping. It's still pretty early in the morning, 5 a.m. You guys are fairly tired from your mining operation. And the
Does
creatures-
the
Yep.
does the wand's ability to pacify it, is that just ongoing, or like if, say, Mithra goes to sleep, is that effect going to end? Do we know that?
You don't know.
Okay.
From the demonstration of the wand is if you remove, if you stop pointing at the creature, that's when its effect disappears.
And the wand didn't require attunement, did it?
No.
Cool. Well, I suggest at least one of us keeps the wand trained on this creature to keep it pacified.
We'd have to.
Good thinking.
They should.
Yep. So you guys are outside. Get you onto the entrance. And for simplicity's sake, this blue square is where the campsite of Mr. Gray and the others are. Their wagon is parked just over here.
Okay, we sent Zor out to let them know not to be freaked out.
Alright. So Zor, you can see two adventurers keeping watch of the surrounding area. What do you do? South?
Yes. Whereabouts am I?
For give me a sec. You would be coming out of the mine
Okay.
mine shaft. I can give you a figurine, but you're there to speak. There you are.
Yay.
So
Okay.
this square box, the large one, that's where the camp is being held by all the other adventurers. And,
Okay.
and you can see two guards, two adventurers keeping watch while the others rest.
I'll approach the two guards, and again, I'll take some food out.
You've
Good
emerged.
morning, everyone.
Morning, still quite dark.
How long have you two been on watch for?
We've only just started, friend.
Did you have a good hearty breakfast?
Not breakfast yet now, is it?
Beautiful, and you, sir? I go to the other one.
The other one's like nodding off.
Good. Which case, I assume you do not want any food, perchance? I
I could use
put
a
the food in
meal.
my hand. Sure. Well, here you go, sir, and I hand him one of a ration.
Okay, so you're just gonna feed this man?
Yeah.
Did you say anything else?
Is it right if I go through? Also, I'd like to alert you that we've captured a chimera, but is Mr. Gray awake?
He's resting at A chimera, what? That is not our task. Did you find the...
No, I got web, and the spectral hand just goes over my shoulder, showing the 10 pounds. I go, I collected this, but the other fellas, I'm not sure. One of them's a speaker of sorts, and the one's called Flynn. That's all I really got. Yeah, they captured a giant beast. But I'd like to deliver my web for payment. If that's okay.
Captured as in it is restrained.
We could describe it that way, but I don't have a liberty to really define what restrain means to you. So, payment for web.
Mr. Gray will give you payment.
Or I can show you if you'd like to come. Come. And I usher them to follow me towards the cave to look at this great beastie.
He remains where he is. Because the beast is going to come out anyway.
Okay. Well, you see it. It's relatively passive, I hope. But yes. Is it okay if I go through?
The creature wedges out in a very docile manner as it just follows Mithra to her every command.
See? Passive. Just don't poke it, stab it, or piss it off.
He starts yelling because he's never seen a creature like this before. It alarms everyone in the camp.
My God. Can I cast prestidigitation in all the mouths to make it taste like it's burnt and filled with smoke, in hopes that getting the two guards to not yell?
The two
Get him
guards.
checked.
There's only one guard that's yelling. One of them is half asleep.
Oh, I'll cast it on him in hopes that he starts coughing and stops for a moment.
Alright, you're gonna cast Presto.
Yep.
Your mage hand would drop.
Oh. Okay, well, can I do a persuasion to try calm him down?
Go ahead, make a persuasion check.
I've come out at this time, haven't I?
Yes,
Like
you
up to
have.
the Alright, I want to
Oh, God.
try and assist.
You do not persuade this man.
I got my second net one in a row.
Go ahead.
So in essence, I'm just kind of yelling at the man, "Shut up, you're gonna scare it! What are you doing?"
Here we go. He is screaming. It's alerted a lot. All the other people, they're like half asleep. They look over, and he's in a strange, pointing manner, but he's coughing at the same time because of the taste. Because of...
Press, yes.
No, you didn't cast it, right?
Oh no, I didn't.
So he's essentially yelling and pointing. This creature,
How large is the whole campsite?
It's a 25 by 25 feet.
25? Okay, can I cast sleep covering the guard and a majority of the camp so everyone doesn't wake up
Roll your sleep.
and get worried?
Flynn, what do you do?
Flynn's. I'll approach the guard and please. We've recovered this. We've recovered the web. This creature is currently pacified, and it's being returned to town under the orders of the alchemist. Everybody, calm down.
Roll a persuasion check. And Sal, roll your 5d8.
Oh,
Sleep spell.
I see him coming, and I'm gonna just see if he calms down or not. Otherwise, I'm casting it.
All right, go on.
Okay. So persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
Okay, 11.
11. All right. So he he continues being panicked. This is an unusual creature after all.
Huzzah!
Cast your sleep spell, Sal.
Yep, I'm gonna go cast it. For a grand total of 16.
He falls asleep, and since most of the other people were relatively already asleep, they continue
Okay.
sleeping in their unconscious nature.
Do I hear anyone else like ahhing and awing over this giant beast that's just appeared?
No, because those people were still trying to rouse themselves to consciousness.
Huzzah. Yeah.
All right.
So, Flynn, correct?
Correct.
I was just, well, mainly hired and commissioned to collect this web for various appeal purposes. What are you planning on doing with this chimera?
The chimera's none of my business, but the business of my friends here. They can probably give you more of an explanation.
Who would I have to talk to about that?
Any of the Halnir, Mithra, or Divine Speaker can give you more word.
The Divine Speaker, why is he called that?
She.
She.
That's her name.
Ah, my bad. Divine Speaker. Interesting. Well, thank you for your assistance in the mine, Flynn. I'll stand back to rest.
All right.
Pleasure.
Divine Speaker and the rest, you have easy passage out of the forest and back to Varin.
Do we see Myrtle and Magnus the chicken at the camp?
Yeah, they're resting
Okay.
here.
And and I think we were meeting the alchemist just outside of the camp, so we
Yeah.
just outside of the town.
Well,
sorry.
Outside of Rin, yeah, so we didn't have to walk this thing through the streets.
No.
Mm.
So do you drag Myrtle with you, or?
I mean, Metal can catch up with us. We probably just like talk to her and then just say we're going to head to Rin to deliver this chimera. We can meet her there.
Okay. And with that,
Oh, we'll take
Hmm.
Magnus though.
so you're taking Magnus? Okay, you just take the chicken.
Yeah. After talking to her, I'll take Magnus because
I've
I've given my word.
Is what state is Magnus in at the moment?
He is.
Is he talking? Is the question?
He is. He's talking. Like
Okay.
the sassy dwarf that he is.
But yeah, since I'd given my word to look after Brother Dwarf, I'll take him off of Myrtle's hand, letting her know.
And might I say, I cannot believe you got that big a creature.
Hey, it was a bit of a task, but the teamwork, we pulled it off.
Farewell, Myrtle. I will go with Halnir.
I'll let him perch on my shoulder.
He just sleeps on top of your head.
I whisper. I still say we should eat him at some point.
He's a dwarven brother. Cannot do that. Cannot sanction that.
So, Czar, do you say anything to Divine Speaker before they leave? Because they're not staying. Sal?
I was muted. My bad. I approach Divine Speaker and go, excuse me.
Yes.
I was just a bit curious and I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Ask.
What were you intending to do with the chimera?
The alchemist in Vryn wished to study it. We are bringing it back.
Ah, I see. Fair enough. Also, I hear that you have the title of Divine Speaker. May I know why? I find it quite interesting myself.
It was the name given to me by my clan.
Ah, a clan. Touché. Sounds quite interesting. How would one go about joining this clan?
You are born into the clan. There have been outsiders that have joined in the past, but very seldom. Does the clan accept? Except non-Goliaths. Only by proving your strength can you hope to
Fair.
join.
So only Goliaths are typically accepted. Is this so this group is primarily just comprised of those of your race?
Sal, roll an insight check.
Your insight?
Yep, insight.
14.
14. You realize that what Divine Speaker, this Goliath, is saying is that her name was given to her by her family. This is as impressive as the title is, but to her, it is just that, a name. And her clan is just that, her family. Joining their clan, you would have to prove yourself to their family. So that's what you get out of that conversation.
My character's not that familiar with the idea of clans.
Yeah, of course. But
Yeah.
it kind of gives you that feeling that
Yeah.
it's not so grandiose. It's very plain and very common.
And I just say the clan is the clan. I have not known any other, but it is my clan.
Well, I wish to thank you for the assistance in the cave. Sorry, mine shaft. So thank you. And I do hope that we encounter each other at a further date.
I nod.
I then just walk away and enter the camp.
All right. And with that, we'll end the session with the three Divine Speaker, Mithra, and Halnir leaving the camp and delivering the creature, as well as the Mr. Gray and his adventuring troop acquiring the necessary webbing that you, Zar, as well as Lynn have discovered from the mine. And we'll end the session there as you all arrive in Bryn, separate times, a day after each other. Right.
Whew.
Good.
That was so fun.